crafters, stampers, card makers. My name is Jackie Ballheis, and I am here to share 5 different cards made with the Just My Type stamp set. Perfect stamp set for those of you that are beginners or like quick and easy cards. And I've got a great layout that I know you're going to use over and over. So let's flip the camera down and let's get right to work because I'm really excited to share these cards with you. Now, one of the goals of this video is to show you that you don't need a lot of products or supplies to make really cute cards. As long as you pick your supplies wisely, you're going to be able to do so many different things with them. So, Just My Type is the stamp set I'm using, and the other products I have are some designer series paper. Now this is the gingham pack, and it comes with these 4 colors, double-sided, so you got small print, big print, and then we're also going to use one of my favorites, note cards and envelopes, and then I just have some additional basic white and basic black. Now we could stamp all day long with just that cardstock. And then we're going to use a black pad, Berry Burst, which now for this you could use any color. You know, we all have black, but any color. And then we're also going to do a little bit of coloring with Stampin' Blends. Now again, you wouldn't need Stampin' Blends or even these colors. Whatever you have should work for you. So what I did, let's see, this is a scrap piece of basic white. And to make all the cards I'm going to share with you today is I went ahead and I cut a bunch of pieces of that gingham designer series paper. Now, I think it is 3 by 4.5 is my guess. Speaking of which, all of these measurements are actually over on a blog post. So the link will be in the video description to take you over there, and you will be able to get all my measurements for the projects I'm sharing with you, as well as the complete list of supplies and colors and everything. So check that out. So I pre-cut these. So I cut the black. They're all the same size, different colors of the gingham, and then a black layer, which these are going to end up going then on top of one of our note cards and envelopes. Now, the great thing about these is they come in a pack of 20. They're already scored. You get the note card and the envelope, 20 of them. So it's a great way to create. And then for our project, we're going to go ahead and use one of these layered pieces on it. So let's see. I think for this one, I want to use Blueberry Bushel, I believe this one is called. Now, I have 5 different designs to share with you, and this is how I did start, by cutting one of each, all the same size, and put them all on note cards. And then I just started playing with the different pieces that are part of this stamp set. This is one of those stamp sets that I kind of overlooked at first, but I thought, you know what, there really are a lot of fun possibilities for thank you cards, or just because, okay? You know, I think sometimes we get too wrapped up in what the words say, but I think these are just fun for anyone at any time. Now, piece of scrap, remember I said I had basic white and basic black in addition to my note cards and envelopes, and I am going to go ahead and use the typewriter out of here. Now, if you're newer to Stampin' Up! Products, you'll notice these are clear. This is the photopolymer. And when you get them, all the stamps are on like a piece of acetate, but you can take them off the acetate and stick them right onto the case like that, which is great so that you always know if you're missing one of them. And then we're going to go ahead and just stick that onto a clear block. Now, when I go to ink this one in black, I need to ink it up really, really, really good. It's a bolder image, and bolder images take a little bit more work than like a line image like a greeting. And then because I'm kind of never sure myself, I like to stamp on scrap paper first and say, okay, good. That one looks really good. So we can go ahead and stamp that one onto our scrap paper. And then as you can see, I have a little boo-boo there, but that's okay. Remember, it's handmade. If it was perfect, it wouldn't be handmade, right? And then we're going to go ahead and take the little piece of paper and we're going to stick that so it's just coming out of our typewriter. And let's go ahead and use the words thank you. So So we could ink up those words, and we're going to go ahead and stick them right there on our typewriter. Now, while we have our stamps out here, let's go ahead. I didn't clean that. That's a bad habit. Look at, I got black on my fingers. So clean them before you take them off. But we're going to go ahead and take that heart, and this is Berry Burst, I believe, and I'm going to stamp one of these as well. Get both of those stamped, because then what we're going to do is take our scissors and we're going to fussy cut both of these. Now, they don't have dies or punches that go with this stamp set, but that's okay because the images are pretty easy to cut out. Little fussy cut tip as I'm going here. Notice that I'm holding it in my left hand because I'm right-handed, and I'm actually using my left hand to spin it around as I cut instead of trying to use my right hand. And then I like to start by cutting it, pretty close. The other little tip for fussy cutting is I like to leave just a little bit of a white border. Again, personal preference, but I feel like it then shows your stamped image a little bit better. And I'm going to go ahead and just finish cutting this. There we go. Okay, so now we can come back to our little note card here, and then we're going to grab our dimensionals. Let's see, yep, that sheet still has some in it. And we're going to stick 4 dimensionals on here. And we can just go ahead and peel those little backings off. And we'll stick it right there like so. And then our little heart, I think I need a mini dimensional on that. Now I have a really hard time with the minis, so I use my take your pick tool, that pointed end, and I pick it up and then I kind of stab it to take that little piece off. My fingers just don't work. Now typically, I'll show you in a second. The one I made earlier to share with you, I put my heart up there, but I'm going to stick it over my boo-boo. So that's kind of a little lesson here, that if I make a boo-boo or get a little smudge or something doesn't stamp just perfect, a great way to fix it is just put something over it. Now we'll take some linen thread. I'm going to go ahead and double it. Just kind of, well, actually, you know what? This one I'm not going to. Usually I double it. I'm going to just tie a bow in the end there and get it nice and tight. And it has to be, I kind of used way too much on here, but that's okay. I want it to be pretty small for this card. Get those loops about the same, and then I pull them together and trim them off like so. And then to attach this, I use a glue dot. Now, because this is so small, I take my glue dot and I kind of roll it with my finger, and then it'll stick on my finger, and I can just kind of ball it up there and put it underneath so we don't see that glue dot sticking out. And we're going to stick it right there on our little heart. Then let's go ahead and open it up, because we always want to stamp the inside as well. So let's see. You know what? That thank you stamp, we need that one again. Oop, where'd it go? Thank you. Okay, I'm going to take this block. I don't have my chamois to clean these here, so I'm kind of cheating a little bit here. And now I want to make sure this thank you is nice and straight on my block. So I'm lining it up on my piece of grid paper, and then when I put my block on here, I'm lining an edge of the block up. So now I should be pretty square in there, because that way, as I stamp, I can use my block to kind of line up with either an edge or the top or the bottom, and that should make my words pretty straight on there. So there is thank you. And then let's just go ahead and stick another heart in there. And there you go. Quick and easy note card. I'm using that fun Just My Type stamp set. Now, remember I said I cut a whole bunch of these pieces. So what I want to show you is how I made different cards out of it. Now here was my original version. You can see I used the berry. Anything goes on this, right? And I put my heart up there, but we moved it down because that covered up our little boo-boo. Here's another one I made. Now I want to show you in the stamp set here, we also have the flower. So I cut out the flower, and then I used the other piece of paper. So it's got the little corner rolled down. And then this hello is actually one big stamp, but it was too big for what I needed. So I stamped it on scrap paper, and then again, I just fussy cut each of those circles, and I could overlap them as I added it on. And then this one, I did tie that linen thread around the black layer before I put it down onto the note card, and then there's dimensionals under it. So it just gives it a little bit more dimension to the card. So there is that one. Now, for the third one, and this is what I love about the stamp set. You know, I think at first we just see the typewriter, but there's so many other fun images. So I just used the floral image here. My cardstock, I cut a couple of layers, and these dimensions of the white and the black will be over on that blog post. And I just colored it with my Stampin' Blends. Okay, you could color with whatever you wanted, and then just added the little for you and some of that linen thread again. So as you can see, I'm really using not a whole lot of different supplies. We got our linen thread, we got our gingham, our black, our white, our note cards. And then let's see, I got two more here. So I had to bring in the rainbow one. I thought that little rainbow was so cute. Now, I only used 3 colors of Stampin' Blends on both of these. So I wanted them the same. So you can see we just have the berry, the yellow, and I forget what color this one is, dark parakeet. And again, those colors will be listed on that blog post, but you can see there's the rainbow and then just one of the greetings off here. And then my final one, I wanted to bring in our little plant. And the nice thing is it's 2 different stamps. So I was able to stamp this in one color and stamp that in a different color and have the 2 colors on my image. So super simple cards, but they were so fun to make, playing with all the different images in the stamp set. Lots of variety and you can make some fun cards without a lot of supplies. So make sure you check out that blog post for all the dimensions and the list of everything I used. And then if you'd like to order any of them, you can do that right over there as well. I would love to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Make sure to check out my rewards program on the blog as well, where if you order from me and are a frequent buyer, you can earn yourself a brand new free stamp set of your choice. So check that out. As always, if you have any questions, reach out to me. I would love to chat with you and help you in any way I can. So until I stamp again with you, have a stamp happy day.